Howdy, folks. Woody Walls from NeedCoffee.com here. Back again for another Wayhomer review. This is how it works for the uninitiated. I can't put my seatbelt on. I have just left the cinema, that's that way, and I have seen a film, and I'm going to tell you about that film on my way home. It's just easier that way. It saves time for everyone involved. No camera person today, nothing, so it's just me solo. And today we're here to talk about Haywire. Okay, so, hold on a second. Okay, so Haywire, what can we say about it? Haywire basically is this. And I'm going to say the name wrong because I can't pronounce anybody's names. And I don't know why I have something wrong with my brain where I can't pronounce names. But, Gina Carano? Serrano? Something. Gina ass kicker. Basically is a super agent type person, who, for reasons that she's not quite sure about, gets set up / betrayed / pretty much everything that bad happens in one of these type movies, if you know what I mean. And, there we go. And, much better. So, this happens, right? Not good. Not good for one's career as a super agent, being, in essence disavowed, although that seems to be happening to all the, agents. It happened in Mission Impossible. It's happening in the upcoming G.I. Joe movie. That seems to be, if you're a good guy, like agent, government type, badass, then you are going to be disavowed or betrayed or something. I mean, it just seems to go with the territory. So anyway, so this happens, and she goes through a string of, really high-class actors trying to figure out who it was that betrayed her and why. That's pretty much your synopsis. There's not much synopsis going on. Okay, so the trailer, as many, including our friend Madman, have voiced, didn't exactly do a lot to sell the film beyond the fact of underlining that you're going to see an MMA fighter fight, in essence, celebrities, which I think they used to do on network television years ago, right? I mean, it wasn't a literal battle of the network stars, but I mean, it could have been. So anyway, but yeah, I mean, that was the focus of the trailer. And what I kept coming back to was, this is Steven Soderbergh. Steven Soderbergh did The Limey with Terrence Stamp. And if you've not seen The Limey with Terrence Stamp, you know what? Stop watching this review right now. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I'm just saying you really need to stop watching this review and instead go watch The Limey, because I'm not going to say anything as awesome as that movie is. That needs to be your movie of the weekend, regardless. But if you have seen it, you should probably watch it again anyway. Anyway, but he did The Limey, and The Limey is quality. So, but I kept going, no, this is the guy who did The Limey. This could be good. And, I'm sure he knows what he's doing. So, okay, let me say first, good things, okay? Good things are, you do have a really nice cast in this, okay? And they all seem to know what they're doing. Especially when it comes to fighting. You wouldn't necessarily think that, I mean, I know Ewan McGregor has been a Jedi and whatnot, but I never, it never struck me that he would be like the fighting type. I don't know why that surprises me. He was a Jedi, but a Jedi with a great accent for one film. And so I don't know why that's surprising. I don't know why Michael Fassbender kicking ass is surprising. I don't know why these things are surprising. And yet they hold themselves up really well. The fight sequences are really, really good. Because, you've got one person who used to do this for a living. Not the whole assassin agent part, but the fighting part. And she's really good. Now, I know a lot of people have been concerned about, okay, yes, that's fine, she can fight, but can she actually act? And my thing is, they've sort of created a bulletproof film for her, in that she doesn't have to do a lot of acting. I mean, it's mostly just being stealthy, kicking ass, and then being stealthy again. I mean, that's pretty much it. That's really all she has to do. And she does that well. And when she is called upon to, try to act, I mean, she's supposed to be a killing machine. Machines act like machines. So I was fine. I never had a problem with her. I never had a problem with the cast. What I had a problem with was that the fighting sequences are about it. Because it just doesn't work on any other level. I mean, I know a lot of other people have been saying, oh, it's just a Bourne Identity with a chick, which is extremely dismissive. And can I just say, what's wrong with the Bourne Identity with a chick if that's what you were getting? I mean, honestly, because there was nothing wrong with the Bourne Identity, nothing wrong with women being in the lead in films. Put the two together, why not? I don't care, sounds great. But the problem that you have is, unlike Bourne Identity, there's a lot of sequences, sequences in films where nothing happens, right? Now, there's lots of reasons that nothing can be happening in a film. And yes, something's happening. Someone's driving, or someone's walking, or something's happening. But nothing's happening, you know what I mean? So, there's lots of reasons for that. It can be to build suspense. It can be because it's supposed to show you what it's like with nothing happening, so that when something happens with a big capital H, that it's punctuated, right? It can be thrilling. There's lots of reasons why nothing can be happening on screen. However, there's also another reason that nothing can be happening on screen, and that's simply because you forgot to edit out the bits in which nothing is happening for no good reason. And my number one problem with this film is that it's deflated, in that there's a lot of nothing happening. I mean, where it really struck me the most was watching her drive through the snow and trees. Nothing. I mean, that doesn't do anything for me. From the standpoint, doesn't get the adrenaline going, blood pumping, pulse, nothing. So, I mean, why is it there? Unless it's supposed to serve some other purpose, which it doesn't seem to. So, there's a lot of sequences of that going on, where it just felt like it really needed someone to come in and just really sharpen it up, editing-wise. And don't get me wrong, if you go back and you watch The Limey, there's a lot of quiet moments. It's not Terrence Stamp, doing MMA boxing on people. It's not. It's when it's quiet and when nothing's happening, it's because it's being clever. And you see that, and you feel that, and you know that something else is happening, even though nothing's happening. I'm using the happening word a lot, but, you're following me. But this film isn't very clever. And it's not that I wanted it to be overly clever. It's not that I wanted it to be overly action-packed. I just wanted it to do something. You've got that cast. You've got Gina Carano, who knows how to handle herself, who knows how to provide the beatdowns. And that's all she's given to do. There's really nothing else going on. Oh, there's some sort of mystery. There's some sort of intrigue going on. But first of all, I could barely follow who everyone was. And second of all, I wasn't sure why I should care. So the whole mystery thing just doesn't, hold anything up. It's not holding water. It's nothing. Well, what it boils down to is, ultimately what I think the film is that how you hear about some actors take a job. Well, it's like, you've got the Michael Caine excuse where they need a house. But, they want to do something specific, right? They want to learn how to sword fight, right? So they learn, they get in a film where they have to sword fight, and thus they get basically paid to learn how to sword fight. Or if they're paying to learn how to sword fight, they can deduct it on their taxes because it's for work, right? Or, hey, I've always wanted to go to South America. I'll take this film that's shooting in South America, right? I mean, things like that. And you know what? Good on them. I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying that ultimately what the film looks like is that a bunch of actors really wanted to get beatdowns from an MMA fighter and couldn't figure out how to do it any other way and went, you know what? I'll get paid to get beat down by a professional MMA beatdown purveyor. And that's honestly what it feels like. And at the end of the day, that's the best part of the film, and you could wait for that on DVD and skip to it if you want. I mean, don't get me wrong. If the idea of getting beaten up by a professional is your thing, more power to you, okay? Whatever cranks your tractor. But I'm just saying, it's not necessarily the most exciting thing. Well, it is exciting to watch because that's the only thing that's exciting that's happening. But it's just getting there that is, tiresome, I guess. Anyway, but that's it. I mean, that's the situation with Haywire. There's for something that's called Haywire, there's very little going on that I would consider to be Haywire worthy, right? I mean, there's very again, apart from when fighting happens. Well, when fighting is not happening, I really wanted something to be happening, if nothing else, fighting. And so it's clever, it's not clever, it's not trying to harken back to, like some films have done. I've given a pass to some films that have said, you know what, we're trying to be a canon film from the 80s, right? Where there's just explosions and no plot or whatever. So it doesn't even feel like it's trying to harken back to any other type of film that this might fit better into. It's just kind of lying there after being hit with a lampshade. I don't know. So cup-wise, I was gonna give it a 2.5. Not just because the trailer, basically, if you've watched the trailer, you've pretty much seen 85% of the film. I was going to give it a 2.5, straight up, because it hadn't really done anything wrong. It just hadn't really done anything right. But the ending left a lot to be desired, and so as a result, I'm going to dock it another half a cup, and I'm going to go with 2 cups. I'm sorry, but I really like Soderbergh. I really like this cast, and it's not the cast's fault. It's not Gina Carano's fault. Whatever anybody says, I thought they all did well. I just thought they needed a better film to beat each other up in. As far as recommendation goes, even if this is your thing, I mean, honestly, just save the few bucks and see something else. Rent the Limey. And then if you want to, rent this when it comes out and watch it and enjoy. Because then you can fast forward. Because you might want to do that. Anyway, so there's that. Is this the first official? Did I do it? Have I done a 2012? Well, that was thank you for that editorial comment. Anyway, this may be, I don't even know, this may be the first 2012 film, Wayhomer, that I've done. So I wish it would have been better. But anyway, thank you so much for watching these. I do hope you enjoy them. If you do, please come see us. You can find us at needcoffee.com/Facebook. That will take you to, well, I mean, you can find us at needcoffee.com, obviously. But become our friend on Facebook. When you do that, you come and you like things that appear on Facebook. It lets us know that we should keep doing them. And it's one of those things where I must say that we're going to start taking a look at things that people like versus things that we don't get any response on, and things we get no response on might need to go away. I'm just saying. So, needcoffee.com/Facebook is where you can find us on Facebook. It takes you to our Facebook page. Like us on there and say hi. We appreciate it. And until next time, because we're going to be flipping back and forth. I'm going to try to catch some 2011 films that came out very, very late and are just now getting to Atlanta. And I'm also going to be trying to keep up with some 2012 films for you. So we will see you soon. Bye. Oh, and there's one last thing. I want to say this to Antonio Banderas, okay? Because I know he watches these, right? Dude, I love the beard. I freaking love the beard. Well done. Bye.